Here I am trying to keep a consistent schedule of uploading, unlike never before in my channel, I think. But um, yeah, today's video is gonna be about, I guess it would be powerful characters in like comedy animes. So yeah, I think that's what it is. The thing is though, like fun fact is, I actually wanted to do this video whenever the Sakamoto Days anime like dropped. Like whenever I watched episode 1, I was like, yeah, I'm making a video on this. And instead of Mash on the thumbnail, it would have been Mob from Mob Psycho because I had recently watched that. But I kind of scrapped the video and I brought it back. And don't worry, even though Mob's not on the thumbnail, I still will cover Mob. And yes, I also did plan on covering Mash in the original video, but I guess this is it got revived. So I hope you enjoy this video. Right, so first character I'll be covering in this video is Saitama, and yes, I am aware that One Punch Man Season 3 is out, and I've heard that, like, bad stuff about it, so I'm gonna wait till the whole season drops before I watch it and have my own opinion about it. So, I guess, for now, this is based off One Punch Man Season 1 and 2. I'm not, like, a manga reader, so hopefully stuff gets better in the future. So, yeah, here goes. Okay, so I'm having mic issues mid-recording, which is kind of unfortunate, but the video must go on. Editor me will do his best to fix the video, but whatever, here goes. So I think Saitama is a very funny character. It might be because he's just straight up dumb, but I don't know, I just enjoy seeing him, especially his dynamic with Genos is something I love about One Punch Man. It's just that because Genos is Saitama's disciple, he just believes anything Saitama says or does, and it just sets up the show to be hilarious. And then I know like One Punch Man is about fighting and all that, but obviously the fights are meant to be short. Like yeah, the other character will do something really cool or whatever, but you expect the fights to be like a couple punches just because the show is obviously called One Punch Man. So by the time Saitama throws maximum 10 punches, the fight is over, right? And especially in season 1, it's just like one punch and it's over, except with the exception of the final fight of the season. I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 punches, or maybe a barrage of punches and it's over, something like that. It's been years since I watched the show. But yeah, I think even though the show's about fighting, I think something that I really love about season 1 and 2 is just it's like the comedic aspect. I just think that show is straight up hilarious. I can't lie. Every time I watched it, I had a smile on my face, and I'm kind of glad season 3 is here. But as far as I've heard people calling it One Frame Man, which is kind of unfortunate. So it's now One Frame Man versus Seven Deadly Frames. So it's no longer Saitama versus Goku. So I guess that's at least good. And because I want the video to be more than 5 minutes, which it probably will, but I'll just drag it on a bit because it's my video. Here's a fun fact for y'all. So I love putting Saitama in my thumbnails. So no matter if I'm covering like 10 or 1,000 characters in a video, which would be too much, right? I'll always put Saitama in the thumbnail just because he's very clickable. Like, it's just the fact that power scalers made him such a big deal, especially like Saitama versus Goku, and like, can he beat him because he's One Punch Man or whatever, right? Uh, Thank you to power scalers, but he's just very clickable, so he'll always be in the thumbnail, or until something changes in the future. But yeah, so next character is gonna be Mob. Mike is kind of giving up on me. I don't know. Sometimes it goes down, it goes up, and to be honest, it's a $20 mic. So hopefully it helps me for a couple more videos. But eventually I'll have to upgrade to another mic, which may take a couple years, or who knows, right? All right. So just like Saitama, Mob is hilarious in my opinion. I think it's like his dynamics with both Reagan and Dimple, two goated characters as well. But yeah, he bounces really well off of them, and especially because he's like a teen, so he's kind of clueless in life, right? He's still trying to like figure his life out, and he has both Reagan and Dimple to guide him, and I think that makes the show really interesting. It does set up for like some really funny things, and even though both of them, at least at some point in the show, don't have really good intentions regarding Mob, like um Dimple wanted to do like take control of him or whatever, and then Reagan just wanted to use him for his exorcisms or whatever. They both do like Mob, and eventually they do appreciate Mob for who he is and not what he can do. So yeah, I do think character dynamics are a really enjoyable part of the show, and it seems the mic is down again. So I have no idea what to do about it. But the thing is that also it's centered around fighting, right? But this show actually does also have character development, unlike um, Solo Leveling, that is just straight up fighting. I guess that's why people dislike it a bit, but I do think it's also a fun watch. But back to the point, Mob Psycho does have fights in it, and they are enjoyable as well. But Mob is really powerful, like really, really powerful, like strongest in his verse. So it's also why he's part of the list, like just dumb broken characters in funny shows, comedy shows. I think it would be. I don't know. They're just pretty hilarious, and the fights are good. The humor is good. I think that's how it would be. So and I despise the mic. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll continue the video. So if you haven't seen Mob Psycho, I definitely recommend you watch it. It's very fun. 3 seasons. I think 36 episodes total. It's very manageable and it's at your own pace. And I do think the different aspects of the show make it very enjoyable. And then Mob is also a great protagonist in my opinion. And even if you don't like Mob, there is always Reagan, and Reagan's definitely the star of the show. So there's that. Yeah, I guess that's it for Mob. And sorry that this is not a researched video, like at all. No research was put into this, but this is definitely a rant video. Yeah, and also sorry about the mic. Like I can't even control it. Like I think it went down again, but it's like a S tier thumbnail, or at least A tier thumbnail in a F tier video, right? It's just a guy ranting, and the mic's like doing stuff, right? Oh, I think it's low battery. That might be it. I don't know. Let me switch mics in a bit, but yeah, editor's gonna have to make miracles work for people to not click off after like 1 minute or two. So yeah, next person I'll be covering is Sakamoto. Okay, so for Sakamoto, I've watched every episode in the anime so far except the last one, which I'll do immediately after recording this. But I really love that show. That I love Sakamoto and Shin's dynamic. I think Sakamoto's really funny. Uh, Probably because Shin is clairvoyant, so he can read his thoughts, and that just makes the show very funny. And it's very cool too because that one scene where like Sakamoto is thinking what Shin should do in the fight, even though like Shin can't see, and because he reads Sakamoto's mind, he knows what to do and he packs up the guy. I think that's really cool scene, and honestly, the show is really cool, really fun to watch, and it's awesome. So I hope season three comes, or like not season three because it's still season one part two. So I guess season two like officially drops at some point, and it's really good. I know the manga is really good because I've heard people talk about it, but I have no idea what goes on beyond the last episode of season one part two. So I'm excited to see all of that. And yeah, I think Sakamoto also because he's fat, he's really funny. Like I don't know, like I think whenever he like tries to dodge a bullet and he just like jiggles or whatever, I think that's really funny. And it's also because he's like a retired hitman. So and he's like quote unquote out of shape. So him being out of shape is also like funny characteristic or something that I find funny in Sakamoto. And this is more of a season one part one type of thing, but I found it really funny whenever after every fight or whatever, Sakamoto just goes back and like his his store is destroyed and he's just like, all right, we'll have to get it fixed. And then the next episode is like, it's kind of fixed or whatever. I think that's funny too, how Sakamoto just has like a regular life, and then he just kind of has to, come out of retirement, like just like John Wick did. Yeah, while I'm recording this, the mic is still giving me issues. So, that's it for Sakamoto. I definitely recommend that show while it's still going. And I think last character is Mash. So, and yeah, I think so far, uh, based on whatever, like the different animes I've watched, out of these four, I think Mash is my favorite one. I don't know, he's just really cool. Okay, so last characters I already said is Mash. And I think Mash is really funny just because he's, like Saitama, he's stupid. Like I don't know. He doesn't know which way to open a door. He doesn't know if it's like push or pull, and all he can think of is cream puffs. And his friend group they're just as dumb as him, right? or they're weird. Like the sister complex guy, I that guy was like crazy to see on screen. Yeah, he's friend group full of weirdos or outcasts, I think it would be. But it's really fun to watch. The only thing is, I guess people might find Finn annoying, but I do not mind. I've seen Usopp, so not saying Usopp's bad, but like they're similar characters, so that's also why I enjoyed that show a lot. Just Finn reminded me of Usopp, and Usopp's goated. If you think so, otherwise, I do I do not know. Uh, yeah, I really love how Mash is just really dumb, but he is also smart. Like whenever it comes to being in a fight, like the one guy that he has like the healing magic or whatever, and Mash just plays tennis and destroys his healing, and then he's like, "Oh, I'll show you what pain is," and he just boop knocks him out with like the metal tennis racket. That's that's really cool. And then the scene also where he like pulls the wand out of the wand shop. I think that was really cool. So yeah, definitely really go to show. If you haven't seen any of these four, you should definitely watch them. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Now that it's closing in on maybe almost 12 minutes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like this kind of format, I can try doing it a little more often. But I'll try to stick a little more to my previous videos where it's like at least a little bit more researched than what today's video is, and not as much as a rant. But yeah, now that it's a 12-minute video for once, I guess. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way, stay safe. God bless.